course, for all the Portuguese diseases you care about, I'm Kevin Pereira. It's good to see you. I missed you. I'm not gonna lie.
Who cares about Portuguese diseases?
I missed you.
I missed you too,
You
Kevin.
do, because you got them now.
I don't have them, that's for sure.
Give it a couple months.
I'm Kate Gross. I'm Candace Bailey. Thanks, guys. We're coming to you live from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
Hey, guess what? We're giving away a free console every single day until E3. That is happening on this program.
So keep watching. We'll give you details later on in the program.
Okay. On the show today, need a new way to waste your time? How about a PlayStation?
Yeah.
And your phone. Yeah. Play PlayStation games on your Android phone. It's here, it's the future, but it's today, so it's the present. Chris Hardwick rates the Sony Xperia on Gadget Prom. Then Allison Hayslip watches highly caffeinated people try to kill themselves at the Red Bull soapbox.
That sounds like fun. I can't wait to see that.
I'll be there.
Plus, put on your eye patch. Chris Gore reviews True Grit and the animated movie Green Lantern Emerald Knights for DVD's Day. And we hit the road to E3 to get a closer look at Nintendo. We'll rub our crystal ball to find out what the company's new console will be like.
But first, we're gonna snake the internet's drain hole.
We're going around the net.
Ghostwriting. The act of getting out of your car while it's driving. It's kind of stupid. But Candace Bailey loves it for some reason. And
I do. I want to ghost ride my whip.
You said it like in the read-through. You said it like a school marm, like with the same love you'd have for macrame or embroidery. You're like, well, I just love to ghost ride every now and then.
I did not say that.
You pretty much said
I've never ghost ridden.
You need to.
But I would love to.
All right. Not in my car, but we'll get one.
Not in your car. But today's number 5 amps up the fail factor by adding some impromptu free running. I so want to know what happens to the car after. It just cuts out.
Which, who cares about the car? The dude almost got run over.
But that was his own fault.
Well, yeah.
He was trying to ghost ride on like a highway.
Well, that was actually like the Turkish version of the Fast and Furious. It ends really quickly. They don't even get to opening credits. It's just there.
But the dialogue is a big improvement.
But no one said anything in that video.
Exactly.
Ah, see, Bailey. I showed you love to ghost ride my whip.
I would love. Can we do it one
Back
time on
last
the show?
July, we took the
Can we
tallest
ghost
out.
ride a whip for the show?
No. No, you will die. You can barely drive.
I can totally. Okay, just because I hit my tree once does not mean I can't. That was in high school, y'all. That was in high school, and I just wasn't looking. I backed up and didn't look this way. I have not. Well, I don't want to say it because I don't want to jinx myself. I am a very good driver.
By the way, I won that argument and didn't have to say a single word.
Shut up.
I just want, as long as everybody is aware that that just happened.
Have you ever gotten in a car accident?
No.
Never.
I really have not. Well, now I'm screwed.
Yes, you are.
There goes my life. Goodbye, everybody. But no, I haven't.
Okay, it was one. Oh, ugh. Oh, actually, it was 2.
If you stop talking, you might win an argument on this show.
Wait. I also got in a car accident with my garage.
But the tree and the garage are both very fast-moving objects. They're ninjas of the automotive world. Like I could see how you slammed them.
But at least it's not people or dogs.
Candace Bailey, ladies and gentlemen. At least I didn't hit no people with my ding-dang automobile.
That was also a long time ago. Anyways, I think we should get to number 4 today.
Before you run over it with your car.
I do deserve that.
Thank you.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Nope.
And at number 4 today, a young philosopher films himself giving a lecture about Plato's theories.
However, this very serious video on the meaning of life is ruined by an unplanned guest star.
These questions were brought up vividly by Plato in the Euthyphro dialogue when he asked about the holiness of an object, whether it's holy because God loves it or whether God loves it because of its holiness. So say take a table or something and say it's holy in and of itself, or it's holy because God in some way...
Such a cute kitty.
Adorable.
Oh my God.
Philosopher
cute.
Kitty does not agree with your interpretation of Plato's Plato's writings.
No, no, Cancer Cat, go.
Yeah, can we get him out of here, please? Cancer. You don't understand Plato either, Cancer Cat. You're just a cat with cancer. You get out of here. Okay. Cancer Cat. Get him out.
You're not cute like a little kitty. Yay! Cancer Cat's gone. Is that what
Still
we're
the
talking
worst
about?
character we've ever made. That's saying something. Today's. Please get that creepy furry out of the studio. Like, I can't, how can I continue? Can someone please remove him? So weird. Today's number 3 is a harrowing face-off with gravity that ends with a twist. You want to know the twist?
Yes.
Success.
Many men have attempted the triple backflip on a BMX bike, but nobody has ever landed it. Until this weekend's Unit Mind Tricks BMX Jam in New Zealand. You like how I did that? I was like, no one's ever landed it.
Whoa! You want to try that again?
No, I like exactly how I did it. I'm very proud of myself.
That is telling. Very telling.
Hey!
Here's
Go back home.
Aww.
Oh.
That cut deep. That cut deep.
Okay, I love you.
I just want to sneeze on you. Here's Jed Milden landing a trick that's so elusive it's been called the BMX world's Bin Laden.
By you?
Yes, by me.
That's insane. That's amazing.
Whatever.
What?
Whatever. I'm not that impressed. I'm just not.
What, you think you can do better?
If by better you mean I can actually avoid nearly dying by trying not to do flips on a tiny bike, then yes.
Oh, okay,
I can do
Kevin.
better.
Okay. If there's one constant truth in life,
I can't talk. I literally cut the entire backside of my head open just riding a bike at the park. We set up like wooden planks
When?
onto
Recently?
a barrel. Yeah. Well, no, not recently. I wasn't. That's why I was out. I was shredding with my friends last week. I'm sorry, guys.
I don't know.
I got some spooky dokes. It was making a cool noise. And blood. No, I was
Wait.
probably about 10 or 12 years old at the park. And
That's like the same age as me.
yeah, but you just fell riding a bike.
No, I did not. I was doing tricks.
What trick were you accomplishing? Oh, let me
I
hear
was
this.
doing a
What
trick.
trick were you doing?
We were riding around the cul-de-sac towards each other at the same time. That was a trick back then.
So you were I want to take a step back here because I'm not a professional stunt person like you.
No training
You
wheels.
were got it.
No training
Got it.
wheels.
You were riding a standard bike at a
Yes.
standard speed in a circle.
Yes, towards another girl riding her bike in a circle.
Again, sometimes you win arguments by not saying a word.
Whatever, Kevin. I was doing my trick.
Shredding.
That was a trick for me. What about you?
Well,
You gushed your head open?
I gotcha. Yeah, it was like a fruit snack. No, we found wooden planks at the park and a barrel, and we set up our own ramp, and the ramp completely collapsed as I was mid-ride. This was pre-YouTube, so it's not like I was making money or anything off of it. I just broke my head open. That's all. Yeah. That was the beginning of the end of my BMX career.
That's unfortunate, Kevin. There is one constant. What?
I don't believe you think that was unfortunate. I think you're happy that I cracked my head open at the park.
I'm just saying, you want to get in an argument over whose trick was better? just because you set up a little lame whatever it was doesn't mean that mine wasn't a trick too.
You rode in a circle.
And I fell.
All right. All right, you're extreme. You're extreme. My bad. Take it back.
As I was saying, if there's one constant truth in life, it's this. Any video's awesome quotient is improved by an appropriately badass soundtrack.
Agreed. We'll agree for once today.
Thank you.
And honestly, we don't care what music originally played during this incredible training montage. It's from a Turkish film, The Man Who Saves the World. Oh. Huge fans here, yeah. Singer Paul Engelman's upbeat hit Push It to the Limit makes it a lot better. Was that this week's Game of Thrones? Because I'm behind like 3 or 4 episodes. That looked.
They really ran out a lot of money after their pilot.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Still ahead, the tragic tale of a woman and her hot dog. Stick around.
Stick around. I just snorted.
I thought you did a bump down there. I didn't know what was going on.
Today's ATN featured a training montage that's truly rockin'. Tell us, what's the name of this workout program? Tweet us your responses at AOTS, #OMGROFLOL. If your response pushes it to the limit, we'll feature it on Friday's show.
Should we just skip the number 1 and I show some videos from Vegas this weekend? We'll just do that?
Yes, please.
Oh, I wish we had a camera on his face.
Wait, you went to Vegas this weekend?
I did for a
I
day.
thought you were sick.
I was, and I got well enough to
how
go destroy my body in Vegas again. So I'm still sick. But I smell like strippers.
Ew.
Yeah. Today's number 1 item comes to us from the most interesting place on Earth, the New York City subway system.
Prepare yourself for the epic parable of the bee sweater lady and the hot dog.
Yeah, at least.
Blew it off.
I can't throw stones. I fell asleep in the New York subway one time, and I did wake up with a wiener in my hand as well. So.
Did you eat it?
Sorry?
Did you eat it?
Yeah, but I brushed it off first.
Did you blow it off?
A lot.
Good.
Where'd the bread go? I got yelled at. To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/.
Around the net.
Aw, I missed you guys. I did. I really did.
I took that line when you were gone,
Oh.
and they yelled it for me. It
That's
was
very
exciting.
sweet.
It was my first time.
What other highlights did I miss?
That's about it.
Hey, hide the women and the kids.
And the animals and the plants and the everything else.
Yeah, it's Drunkle Ted.
Hey, offenders. Attack of the Show posted my bail and sent me to Venice Beach, California to offer people sex advice. So strap on your rollerblades and let down your Speedos. This is Sex Man on the Beach.
So, I'm a diehard Washington Redskins fan, and being intimate with this one guy, he starts to take off his clothes, and he's wearing Dallas Cowboy boxers.
Yeah.
I hate the Dallas Cowboys, and if that turns me off, is that bad?
I wouldn't worry about what jersey your boyfriend's gonna wear. The owner's locked out the players, and there's not gonna be a football season. But all is not lost. If you want to see deep penetration, and helmets rubbing together, and end zone dances, and men fighting over balls, and men kicking other balls, you're just gonna have to draft Drunkle Ted.
Thanks for your help, Drunkle Ted.
Put it in me, coach. I'm ready to go. Then let's hit the showers. Like I always say, if I can touch just one person down there, it's been worth it. Everything else is just the sauce from that. I'll see you next time, because I'm in your...
Ew, Drunkle Ted. Happy birthday, new DVDs. You look so good
good for your age. Not like last week's DVDs. Welcome back, film expert Chris Gore.
Thank you. Thank you, Candace.
Thank you, Chris Gore.
Yes.
All right, let's get right into it. What do we have first?
First, we have True Grit.
All right. Now, what did you think of the Coen Brothers remake of the film?
Huge fan. Love this movie. I mean, I love the Coen Brothers kind of reinvent every genre that they take on.
Yeah.
And this one is no exception. I mean, it's not just a great Western, it's a great Coen Brothers movie, which you find yourself with Coen Brothers movies laughing at the oddest things. You know what I mean? I mean, people forget that these are comedies as much as they are dramas.
Okay, so what's the bottom line?
Bottom line is, it's a rent. And
Okay.
really, it's because they're missing really from the extras. The extras don't really include the Coen brothers.
That's why.
So a little disappointing on the extras on it.
Okay.
Still a great movie.
All right, what's our next DVD?
Next DVD is Green Lantern Emerald Knights.
Now, is this a good setup for the Green Lantern movie coming out next month?
Definitely. I mean, a lot of people have been comparing the upcoming Green Lantern movie to Star Wars. And in a way, it kind of is, because the Green Lantern Corps, which is the focus of this animated feature, kind of six tales that interconnect, they're like Jedi. I mean, they're like definitely like, sheriffs or cops. But instead of, lightsabers, they've got this ring that can turn into anything. In fact, the opening scene of this thing is epic, where you've got Green Lantern Corps, these aliens taking on these starships and just chopping them in half. And it's epic, it's awesome. And also they kind of set up more about the history of Hal Jordan, the character. I'm just a huge fan. The DC has done such a great job with all of their animated things as compared to, we talked about Thor a couple weeks ago, just does not stand up. Marvel's animation, not as good as the DC animation we've seen.
Now, DC usually goes all out with its special features, so what stands out in this?
So much good stuff. I mean, history of the comics, and even they did a thing where they talked to a professor from UCLA about overcoming fear. Which is what the whole Green Lantern character is about. So the special features on this is really what makes it, including a great commentary by Jeff Johns.
Really?
Yeah, which gives
I
you
know
all
Jeff
kinds of
Johns.
detail. Oh, you know Jeff Johns?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
wow.
such a sweetheart.
Wow. I'm impressed.
I know Jeff Johns.
Yeah, but he's throughout this DVD, and it's the inclusion. It's also the respect for the material. They really care about this stuff. It's not just about. I feel like when they're doing these, it's like they approach it like they're making a movie, and the mini featurettes on it are like documentaries unto themselves. Great job.
So bottom line?
Bottom line, buy it. So good.
All right,
So
what
good.
else do we have to check out, Chris?
Drive Angry.
Ooh.
Drive
Now,
Angry.
okay, let me get this right. This film stars Nick Cage as a prisoner who breaks out of hell to take on a cult. Is that right?
That's exactly right. That is a synopsis of the plot. Not much more to that. But
I'm
see,
a little confused.
It's funny because when you look at when you look at the different genres of movies, right? You've got horror, sci-fi, fantasy, and then Nick Cage movies are a whole genre unto themselves.
Yeah, I agree.
And you can't compare those other. I mean, Nick Cage also. It's one of those things. Is this a good Nick Cage movie? How over the top is Nick Cage in this movie? That's what I want to know. He goes pretty over the top. Pretty over the top for Nick Cage. So.
I'm scared.
What? He does. He does.
Okay, Chris, what's the bottom line?
Bottom line is rent it.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a fun
Even with all
grindcore
that?
thing with lots of nudity, including a scene, I have to point this out, where Nick Cage is having sex and he's in a gunfight at the same time and he doesn't break stride. I admire him.
Too much information.
Doesn't break stride at all.
Thanks, Chris.
See it for that.
For more Gore, follow him on Twitter at @ChrisGore. And now let's go over to Kevin.
Yay. No? All right. Still ahead, we've got juicy Apple gossip. Sarah Underwood knows all about the future of OS 10. She's going to tell you about it in the feed. I think I'm pregnant. And then Chris Hardwick reviews the ultimate gaming phone on Gadget Prawn. And later, Allison, stop grabbing me, Sarah Underwood. Stop. I can't even read the words. She won't get her hands off of me. Then Allison Hayslip watches folks try to injure themselves. Seriously, not there. Creatively at the Red Bull Soapbox Derby. Would you stop touching me?
ATM, stirring the pot. Just stirring it. Stirring it up. Stirring up the bone vitamin juice.
Nintendo has threatened a
for this year's E3, and we don't know anything about it.
Yep. But that won't stop us from guessing.
Nope.
We're going to consider Nintendo's offering in this Road to E3 report presented by the 2011 Ford Fiesta.
In less than a week, E3 opens its doors and we get our first glimpse of Nintendo's new console, codenamed Project Cafe. And while no specs have been released, we've got our list of expectations. Now the big question everyone is asking about the system, will it be the second edition of the Wii?
My personal feelings is that this will not be a successor to the Wii. Remember, Wii Motion Plus was supposed to be the ultimate version of motion control. What more can you do with a motion control system? That's what leads me to believe that we are looking at maybe it's a follow-up to the GameCube.
If that's the case, we can definitely expect an increase in graphics. As we now live in the era of high def, the Wii's 480p is just not going to cut it.
You just can't have standard definition gaming in a world where every single one of your peers at that level of console is high definition.
I think Nintendo knows that it really needs to come forward with a more graphically robust console. I would be happy but a little surprised if we saw 1080p almost.
Will Nintendo finally step into the world of HD? We'll find out this year at E3. And while graphics are great, what we really need to see are the games to back it up.
What we want to hear is a new Zelda, a new Mario, maybe a new IP, and support from third-party publishers with solid games that are not an afterthought iteration of a game that's being released on multi-platform.
Perfect. I think they need a Gears of War exclusive. They need an Uncharted exclusive. Like, you know, Sony and Microsoft had these massive exclusive franchises.
They need to re-engage that core gamer to make their console cool again and to cash in on all these titles that are selling like hotcakes on other platforms and not on Nintendo's own.
Come on, who doesn't want to see a Rockstar title on the Nintendo? And finally, it's no secret that Nintendo's online capabilities are greatly shadowed by both the Xbox Live and the PSN, which leaves us expecting a revamp to their online service.
Nintendo is traditionally slow when it comes to adopting online technologies. WiiWare is great and it works for what it is, but they need to improve upon that, make it greater, and really support an online community with this new console.
They need to find a way to make an Xbox Live or a PSN. I know a lot's been said about the PSN as of late with the hacking, but the fact of the matter is it was still like a functional online community. And Nintendo is not even close to either one of those companies in the online space.
Swing and a miss, strike three.
However, it is quite possible that Nintendo will opt out of the online world to focus on local co-op.
In terms of Nintendo and online, they've never done a great job of it. And I think it leads one to wonder, do they need to? Think about it. Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros. Are the only ones that you play online with your friends. And let's be honest as well, it's more fun when they're sitting on the couch with you.
Whatever specs, games, or graphics, you can be sure we're getting the answers this year at E3.
E3 is just days away, and G4's week-long coverage starts Monday with the biggest press events, the biggest announcements, and exclusive hands-on game demos.
E3 2011 Live starts Monday at 3 p.m. You can go to g4tv.com/E3 for all the info. It's going to be a long week.
It is.
Yeah.
And now we'd like to give you some free stuff.
Oh, it's time for an epic giveaway! Why were we doing that?
I don't know.
It's a giveaway dance. Sure. Every day until E3, we're giving away a free console. And of course, here are all the weekend's winners. There were several of them. Congratulations to all the people whose names are on the screen. Look at that.
And today, you have the chance to win a brand new PlayStation 3 courtesy of the 2011 Ford Fiesta.
To enter, visit our website at g4tv.com/road to E3 and get your entry in between now and June 1st by noon Eastern to be eligible.
We'll announce the winner right here on tomorrow's show.
It's time for the news, and I felt honestly a little molested by Sarah Underwood earlier.
Oh yeah, you poor thing.
So I called
Poor
HR
thing.
immediately, and they said the only way that she could get out of it, because it's preferential treatment that I got groped, was if she gropes you as well. So I don't know if you want to go over for the start of the feed, but
I didn't think you were going to say that. I thought you were going to say you had to come over and grope me.
no, it's much hotter this way.
Grope. Oh!
Jeez.
Wow. Here's Sarah Underwood.
Start the,
No, you.
Yeah,
Whatever
you
you.
got
It's
it.
on
I
you.
go?
It's on you.
Do you want another one or? Start the feed.
All the news you need to know.
It's Tuesday, May 31st, and here are your top stories. Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference is next Monday, and it looks like Christmas is coming early for Apple fanboys. Yeah, Steve Jobs himself will hit the stage to show off a lot of major software updates. OS X Lion, iOS 5, and the long-awaited iCloud service. As some have noted, it's odd for Apple to pre-announce the keynote agenda, so they might have one hell of an ace up their sleeve. Or absolutely nothing at all. Could be that too. Attention Call of Duty junkies, congrats! There's now a social network dedicated to your obsession with shooting bad guys in a virtual environment. Yeah! Call of Duty Elite is a new service from Activision that will let players create clans with their friends, play in leagues, win prizes, and easily share videos of their greatest kills on Facebook and YouTube. It will also include an incredibly thorough statistical system rivaling professional sports. Activision says most of Elite services will be free, but you'll have to cough up a few pennies to get the full experience. It's available now in beta for a few lucky Black Ops players, but everyone else will have to wait until Modern Warfare 3 lands on November 8th. And finally, I have been looking for a hot E3 booth babe, and thousands of you voted online for your favorites. Thank you so much. So on tomorrow's show, we'll reveal the top 3 finalists. If you want to chat with me, I'll give you the inside scoop right after today's show live. So log on to g4tv.com/AOTS-chat. I'm Sarah Underwood, and you've just been fed. Yes, you have. Now back to Kevin and Candace.
Thanks, Sarah.
Ooh.
Were you grossed out? Why were you grossed out?
No, I just don't want my erection to show on television. That's all. I'm just trying to keep it on zooming in. I like it when she baby talking.
What happens when you chug a highly caffeinated beverage and try to race at dangerously high speeds?
Pure magic. That's what happens, as Allison
It
Hayslip
is.
found out at the Red Bull Soapbox Derby.
Fans' love affair with speed is littered with wreckage and broken dreams. And I'm at the Red Bull Soapbox race to see that tradition continue. It continued.
The Red Bull Soapbox race rolled into Los Angeles, where 115,000 spectators crammed the streets to witness neck-breaking speeds and epic crashes.
Amber, what brings you out today?
Well, I have the coveted position of judging the wonderful Red Bull soapbox races. The teams are so into it. I mean, I really have a lot of respect for them. They're so passionate about what they do.
Yeehaw! John, I probably don't have to ask you this, but what brings you out today?
What brings me out?
Yeah, the Red Bull
Wheels and jumping and speed, and I came for the wrecks. There's a thing called inertia, and there's another thing called road rash.
Hopefully we'll see both today.
I'm sure that we will.
You guys are Angry Birds droppings. Why dropping?
Well, it's our tribute to them, and we're not sure we can fly, but we'll be dropping for sure.
You guys covered not just the car, but your costumes and feathers.
Yeah, the feathers was easy compared to making the round shape of the bird, which was so hard. We had a huge block of foam, cut it into a nice round shape, and we hollowed it out, and then we have what we see now.
Wayne's World! Wayne's World! Party time!
I'm obviously with Wayne and Garth and their manager over here. So I would like to know, what is your strategy to beating Team Angry Birds droppings?
To go fast and take chances. The car's built good enough to hold up.
And this is one of the most car-looking cars I've seen. How'd you guys build it?
We made a mold out of foam, sanded it down so it looked somewhat like a car, then we fiberglassed it. Lots and lots of sanding, a lot of Bondo.
Excellent!
The teams will be judged on 3 criteria: speed, creativity, and finally showmanship, where teams gain points by participating in opening skits before sending the carts careening down the course. With the race set, it was time to start your engines. Or, well, you know.
Here we go. Let's see what they do at the house.
First up, the Angry Birds droppings. They came out flying and handled the course with ease and set an impressive score.
Fantastic scores for the Angry Birds.
Now it's time to party on with Wayne and Garth. And although the real Lakers are out of the playoffs, looks like their soapbox counterparts got nothing but gold.
What are you seeing down from your angle in the midstream?
Actually, you know, we almost crashed a few times. It's really hairy, but we saw the Lakers. They did such a good job with the run, and, you know, we're like, we need to go higher on the bank. And then we were like, just go for gold, you know?
So do you have the balls to get in one of these and give it a shot? Nope, I don't. This seems like a really, really bad idea.
It's time to attack these summer horror movies. Do you like seeing people killed in gruesome and elaborate ways? Then you're a weirdo. Who'll want to check out Final Destination 5? The opening culmination this time around is collapsing suspension bridge. After that, well, you know the story. Death stalks a band of curiously good-looking survivors, and a cavalcade of ridiculously gruesome and far-fetched death scenes paint the celluloid red. Need I say more? Watch Death do its thing when it hits theaters on August 12th. But I've got a special gift for true fans of the scary affair. Don't be afraid of the dark. Co-written by Guillermo del Toro, this remake of a TV movie from the 70s shoots from some old school supernatural scares. It revolves around a young girl who's sent to live with her father and discovers creatures haunting her new home that want to claim her as one of their own. The MPAA stuck the film with an R for pervasive scariness and terror, and while the makers of the film wanted a PG-13, Del Toro said, hell no, to watering it down. Step into the dark on August 26th. And finally, ever since people saw Jaws, people have been crapping their swimsuits over sharks. But if you're looking for a triple dose of giant man-eating fish, look no further than Shark Night 3D. Snakes on a Plane director David R. Ellis brings his unmistakable cornball flavor to this story about a group of vacationers in Louisiana who cares about the story? It's got freaking sharks in 3D! Be sure to stay off the beaches when it lands on September 14th. Head on over to g4tv.com/AOTS for info on all of these horror movies and more. Stay tuned, we've got PlayStation games on an Android phone in Gadgetron. Because your gaming habit, you should follow you everywhere.
The Road to E3 is brought to you by the 2011 Ford Fiesta. Drive one.
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. Fail. Fail, 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 fail. You lose.
And guess what? It's time to prawn the Sony Ericsson Xperia Play.
Is it really true? PlayStation games on an Android phone? You bet it is, thanks to Sony Ericsson's Xperia Play. It's a feature-rich phone sporting a 4-inch touchscreen, Android 2.3, and dual cameras. But once you reveal the game controller, you'll be playing PlayStation-certified games like the Star Battalion and Asphalt 6 anytime, anywhere. Pick up the ultimate gaming phone for $100 with a contract.
Welcome back, even though he's been here more than I have lately, Chris Hardwick!
Yeah! Nerdisted! Nerdisted, Kevin!
Is that a thing?
That was a thing we did last week. What? It doesn't work?
It doesn't work with this.
Okay, let's talk about a cell phone. Here it goes. Obviously, a little bit bigger than.
I've lost my power.
No, it'll come back. It'll come back.
I need sunlight. Sunlight.
That gives the nerd a power.
I'm trying.
It should be CRT glare, not sunlight or fluorescent.
I need pork rinds. Pork rinds.
Code red. A little bit bigger than most cell phones.
Yep.
Oh, easy, stable.
There we go.
And that's because it has this whole slide-out gamepad thingy right here.
Yes.
I don't think it's too big for your pocket, do you?
Only if you wear infant pants. Otherwise, it'll fit perfectly in your pocket.
It's
It's the size of a phone.
Yeah.
It's the size of a phone.
Before we get to the gaming, how does it work as an Android phone? I know it's running the latest version, right?
Yep.
It's running Gingerbread 2.3.
Yep, that's right. Works really well. The touchscreen is very responsive. It may even be a little more than other Android phones we've used. The 2.3 upgrade is definitely an improvement. Everything feels faster. It's way more efficient.
Oh, is the phone fast enough to actually handle PlayStation quality or certified games?
Yes, for the most part, it is. We ran it through a bunch of tests, from Bruce Lee fighting to Asphalt 6 to racing to Brothers in Arms 2. You'll have a completely smooth gaming experience practically all of the time. Yeah, there are a few times we had some drop frames here and there, but it is a phone. So it's a great first step. The loading times are also a little long, but again, you know.
What about the gaming selection, though?
Pretty good so far, pretty good. You get preloaded games like Madden NFL 11, The Sims 3, Crash Bandicoot, just to name a few. You can see scrolling through there. They added more games over the weekend in the marketplace. I'm sure they will continue to do that to try to really make it take hold.
Yeah, they're going to keep doing that. Now, I mean, what I had read was, first I heard PlayStation 1 games are going to be on this phone. Then I heard no PlayStation quality games. Then I heard PlayStation certified games. Are the games any good? Like, do they look and feel good? Do they?
They do feel pretty good when you have the controller, which is kind of the main. Look, you can see on the controller there.
Yeah, let's talk about this controller. Does it actually make it easier to play the games, or should you just stick with the touchscreen?
Well, the slide-out controller is an improvement, right? It's just like a PlayStation controller with the directional pad, the 2 touch joysticks, and the shoulder buttons. Everything works fine just the way you want, except for the joysticks, joy discs.
The little
I don't know
touch
what those
nipples?
are.
What are those things?
Those are touch nipples, yes.
Okay.
They're a little inaccurate. So, it's sort of like sometimes when you're using a capacitive screen and your fingers are dry and it doesn't quite catch because maybe you're not conductive enough, you have that problem a lot. And you absolutely, when you're playing a video game, you need controllers that are going to be responsive every single time. And we found that was not always the case with those 2 little things. So good first step, but not amazing.
I'm assuming the D-pad felt responsive. The buttons felt good. Even the shoulder buttons are okay.
D-pad.
The old D-pad.
That just sounds like a thing. Hey, look at these D-pads over here. What are these guys doing over there?
But those, those work fine. But it is just these little analog guys in the middle. They don't cut it.
They just don't cut it as well.
And the surface area isn't there as well. The moment you
your
kind
finger
of touch
slides
and move,
off.
it slides it off.
Your finger's already off.
Yeah,
so
you're poking Gmail or Bruce Lee.
Yep.
It's got front and rear-facing cameras. How do those look?
Meh.
Oh,
the rear camera's 5 megapixels, tends to overexpose a little bit with the flash, and otherwise normal pictures are okay. The front facing is VGA quality, which is mediocre at best. I'm sorry, Bruce.
Here's the thing: the price just went down to $100 with a contract on Amazon Wireless. At that price, which I think is a great price for an Android phone without the gaming stuff.
Exactly. So you add the gaming stuff with a mostly good control system, and so we gave it a 4 out of 5. I mean, $100 is an insane price for that. Completely unique Android phone. This many features, $100 is a steal, and you'll be able to play PlayStation certified games.
Cool.
Yeah.
Would you say it's straight nerdist? How does it work? How do you?
Well, you have to make the gang sign for the pi, the numerical value of pi, which I'm doing right here. I had to have my fingers broken to do that.
I'm not very good at that.
Yeah. So and then you go nerdisted, and then a graphic comes up, just like in life, right?
Okay, cool. That's it for today's Gadget Prawn, but if you had a gadget you'd like to see us rate, email us gadgetprawn@g4tv.com. Oh, something came up.
It's not working.
Something happened. There's more Attack up next. Stick around, everybody. Really work it in there.
Don't forget to wash your pickle. Wash your pickle.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new Attack of the Show. It's almost time for E3, and Blair Herter is here to let us know what we should expect from Sony and Nintendo in Game Break. Then, star of classics Aliens and Terminator, Lance Henriksen will be here live in studio to talk about his mind-blowing new autobiography, Not Bad for a Human. And Allison Hayslip checks into the Children's Hospital and is hit on by the female cast members and watches someone eat cat poop. See it tomorrow.
I like that you read the words, but seeing the visual is like, ew.
Yes,
By the way, hey, remember like 10 minutes ago when Sarah Underwood was checking your prostate? Or trying to see if you actually had one? Do you remember that?
Yep, I remember.
Turns out it wasn't an ass slap at all, my friends. Let's review the tape. Here we see Candace going over Casual curl. Okay, wait. No. Did you see where the first one landed?
Well, there was part ass slap.
Well, on the way,
else.
there was an exit wound of ass slappage. But I mean, she only needed a speculum, and you would have had your monthly out of the way, or yearly. I mean, I don't know how long you take them in for servicing, but.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, look, tweets.
Yeah, look.
There's my butt. Getting slapped.
Yeah.
My butt.
Yeah, the old mid butt. What, you want to read a tweet? Read one. Go for it.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got?
Ginger Gin, the feed, all the news you need to know, plus a little groping for good measure.
Yeah.
That's right. That's how we do it around here.
Time to change the graphics. Speaking of groping, a tweet like that deserves a little reward, I think. This is a life-size replica of Cole's new amp weapon from the upcoming PlayStation game Infamous 2. It's one of only 20 in the entire world.
Wow.
It's incredible. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I can get it to the fourth one. I use that one too.
You're disgusting.
Yeah,
You're so
it's pretty good.
gross.
Well, no, when
you
it's
want to read
hacking.
one more?
What, should we read one more?
Yeah.
Well, we have another one to give away,
I think
right?
we have another one.
All right,
yeah.
we'll both get a prize. It's gonna be it's either Marin KD or Ocular Nervosa.
Marin
Pick it.
KD. 9 out of 10 girls get into bicycle accidents from riding in circles.
No, you're not supposed to be proud of that statistic.
Yes, I am.
That sentence could have ended
I'm one of the 9. Yeah. Great show today. Really fun show today, right?
Great show. You're both getting this, so congratulations on that. What a huge show.
Come out here for a second. I've got something to give you.
Uh-oh.
What? What's going on?
Is it this? Please use this.
Turn around. Turn around.